This is the ignorance you like.
Welcome to Irrelevant Ignorance, where sometimes our ignorance isn't always relevant. We are back from the holidays. Did you enjoy your holidays, gentlemen?
Yeah, man. I had, good family time.
Good family time?
Good, man.
Yeah, until yesterday, my NFL team got knocked out.
Yeah.
That's cool. Basketball season. Let's get ready, y'all.
Yeah.
Whatever. But wait, you on our side with the basketball though, so we can.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We good.
Because I'm not even gonna flex. I'm gonna start this off right now. I'm still sick from when the Clippers lost to the Lakers. The Lakers lost to the Clippers.
Christmas.
Whatever. Yeah,
Come
Christmas.
on, man.
That Christmas game still got me sick.
Look, man, it is what it is.
No, I don't like that. I don't
No,
like
no,
that
I don't
answer
either.
at all.
Because my thing is, I feel like that was the only team that I cared about us beating, and we done lost to them twice now.
Right.
And LeBron has not looked all that impressive in both them games. I know he's cooking at the assist thing, but I'm needing him to get more aggressive when he faced them.
Only thing I feel that could change what it is, in the playoffs, it's a series. So it's like you give you that time to adjust. But
That could be.
I don't want you to be down 2 games and then it's like, all right, now I'm ready. Because it looked almost like they be like nervous. Like they're not playing to their full potential because they lost. But they lost when, honestly, the Clippers still didn't play a good game.
They hit him in the mouth, and then it just was like.
But that's the thing. It's not even they hit him in the mouth. Kawhi hit him in the mouth.
Yeah,
Like, PG played bad. Lou Will didn't play good either that game. So it's like.
Yeah, I'm just, like y'all alluded to, I'm just ready for the playoffs because we know as LeBron fans that, like, once we get there, it's a whole nother LeBron. And I feel like he might just be trying to make it through the regular season and also cement himself as a legendary Laker because he got to do something extraordinary. So I think that's what the assist thing is doing, making sure. Like, I feel like at some point he gonna break the record for like most assists in the game. Like, I feel like he's trying to get like Magic Johnson and then break his career up into little like segments. We got the early Cavs, Young trying to do it on his own. Miami bulldozing the league. Cleveland, we did it for you. And now we got Magic Johnson out here in LA doing his thing because he gonna get his jersey retired. You know that, right? In LA.
Who?
LeBron.
Gotta get chipped first.
Come on, man. What are you talking about?
Who are you a fan of?
What? The Lakers?
You don't sound like it right now.
Yeah, man.
No,
you
I don't
really
sound,
don't.
I don't sound like a LeBron fanboy. I'm gonna give him his props and stuff like that. But let's not get it twisted.
How many rings would he need to win for you to raise a banner of jersey?
I think he needs 2, but I know that they're gonna do it with 1.
Yeah, we're gonna have our jersey in 3 different places.
All right, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. But anything else y'all want to hit on the week so far?
This week, LeBron, as you were saying with this, didn't he just had a game with the 15?
I think
15 assists. I thought that was kind of dope with AD having his big game, and
AD kills the Pelicans.
Yeah,
it's
like a religious thing.
Like, it's not even fair.
But did y'all see Brandon Ingram talking about like the contracts?
Oh yeah,
saying,
I like that talk.
I like that talk, but he said it before that game, and he didn't. I think he had like 17 that game. That's what I'm saying. When you say it, it's just like that next game got to be the statement right behind it. And he has been balling this year. Like, don't get me wrong, but I just feel like you got to kind of.
And for people that don't know, like Brandon Ingram, apparently they asked him, I guess, about his contract extension and not getting one yet. Or at that point, he was watching other people getting them, and he was just saying like he better than them. If we was to play 1-on-1 to 15, I'm tearing them.
I know he's supposed to go crazy then.
That's what I'm saying. He's supposed to go crazy that game. That's why I was like, I didn't expect him to win, but I thought he was gonna put up like at least a little nice 35. He should be getting paid more than Buddy Hield.
Ball has been like having a stretch of good games. He just had a good game today, I believe, too. And then before that, a triple double because they gave him the assist back or something like that.
For me, man, Luka been balling since he came back.
Yes,
man, and Ja.
Ja
he went crazy on the Clippers.
He did.
And then what's the name too? Michael Porter Jr.
Oh yeah. Shout out, man.
I told you.
We knew
he was on it too.
Yeah, we knew he had it.
It sucks because he's still, to me, it's just the wrong team. Like that's how I feel. Like it's just simply the wrong team. Because still, even when they come back, what is it? He playing for Gary Harris right now? I think that's who he was there for.
He got his minutes, and I feel like it's somebody else hurt also. And
because
Millsap just got back too.
I think he right before that he was playing like 10 minutes, like 10, 12 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, they've been kind of babying him, and it really ain't no minutes for him. But
right.
like
that's what
you get him on the court.
they deep. It's
when
a
you get him on the
deep
court
team.
though, you could tell, you could see what he can do.
Right, but it's just like who minutes you cut.
But I think I seen like Scottie Pippen talking about it or somebody like he's that one player that could literally take the Nuggets because I never see the Nuggets win the championship the way they built now.
He could be that
But
star.
if he could really develop into it, because he's showing signs of like a real superstar player. I want to see a little more because he's just a gun right now when he get the ball. Yeah. But if he could develop into a full player, he could be that one that takes the Nuggets to the next level or whatever.
He's gonna be that player that like started off with them injuries at the jump that held him back, and then out of nowhere he finally settles in and just becomes what he's supposed to be.
This is why I want y'all to give Zion some time. Give Zion some time, man. He coming back too. He coming back next month.
Yeah, he coming back, but Zion got it.
He ain't got no chance for rookie of the year. Jobs making sure.
I still think he do have a chance.
I doubt it.
Because
with Zion, it still just gotta be. It's different than Michael Porter Jr. just because of the weight. That's what it is for me.
But Michael Porter had a back problem.
I get it. So, but it's still just like it's still ways to rehab and everything.
Embiid had back and foot problems.
Zion's injury, I feel like, is weight related, and they refuse to address that part of it. I think that's why it's because I'm not saying he's gonna be trash.
Look at Blake
I'm not
Griffin.
saying he's gonna be trash at all.
But this is the only thing I say about Zion, and the reason why I say to just hold on and see how it goes is because I actually do think, because I think we can all agree David Griffin is smart.
Yeah, of course.
I think he knows that, but I also don't think right now. I don't think Zion body can handle full on cardio cutting like type regimen.
Sit him then.
I don't agree with that because I feel like when he ready, let him go. That's how you cut that weight. Go run and then get his stuff.
Do like Ben Simmons. Do like Joel Embiid. Do like Blake Griffin.
That's taking a whole year out of development.
Cool. That's cool. We know we seen his flashes. I'm not gonna sit here and knock like we didn't see the flashes. We seen the flashes. Let this man get in the off season. He done been through. He get to see the playbook. Give him the off season to really cut down and get used to his body. You know, if he gonna slim down, let him get used to slimming down and getting fit the right ways he should. So that way, when he come back strong.
I'm just a fan of if you healthy, you play and go get that experience. But I understand fully what you're saying. I fully understand to let him get that time to lose the weight properly throughout the season, throughout the summer, come back fresh next year, as opposed to possibly getting hurt and rehabbing all summer and now trying to lose weight next season and still having to put it off. I hear it, but I don't want it.
But and if he does get hurt when coming back with it not being too much time, and I understand people saying him coming back could put the Pelicans in like that race for the AC, but I don't have to make a playoffs. So it's just right. So at this point, I just think it should be like, I think he should play because it's like, and then if he get hurt in that short amount of time too again, then all faith is gone for me.
Hey, look,
I ain't gonna lie.
Then I'm gonna be laughing.
But that's the thing. If he get hurt again, even in that short stint of time, it don't matter if he came back next year or the year after that. He's just gonna be that injury player. It's not even that much season.
But what do you do if he get hurt and then it puts him out for most of the season next year or half of the season next year? Then what do you do?
It don't matter because he was still getting hurt the next season.
Then what do you do? That's what I'm saying.
It don't matter. He gotta play.
You
got to figure out if he's going to even be that type of player.
I'm not saying like
unless they're going to fully commit to a Zion different body. Like if we're fully about to
this is what I'm saying they should do.
Becoming a new person, then I think they're not going to force it on him, but I think naturally it's just going to end up happening.
Every player, let's be honest. If you look at every player, you can name players. LeBron, didn't he change his body?
He did.
Kobe changed his body.
They did.
KD changed his body.
Yeah.
Kawhi changed. Everybody.
After they got in the league and played with their body.
Blake Griffin. I ain't gonna say he really changed his body, but he changed his style.
Yeah,
like
you
change
his
body. You change your style or your body. You know what I'm saying? It's really
no, because I mean, no. Because it's just like what you were just saying with the body. It's just, Zion ain't played against nobody yet. Like it's not even he ain't did
style of play. It's style of play.
But we not talking about his style changes because he
still
want to play the same.
I would love for him to go run the end of the last maybe right now and next month is too soon. Maybe come back March, April, and just get some run to even see what you need to like work on.
If he come back in March, there's no way he's winning rookie of the year.
No. Yeah. But when I had made the rookie of the year statement, I mean, if he was to come back like before the end of this month, I still think he has a chance. And the only reason why I say that is because Ja moments have been spotty, you know how much the media loves Zion. Zion, all he got to do is go up and dunk real hard, and he done got 3 votes. So all he has to do, if he was to come back and just be explosive for the Lex, like, because we're only halfway through the season.
How many games have they? What's the total
we
game?
played about a little over 30 games so far. That means there's 50 more, a little under 50 more. I think the Lakers got 47 left.
If it gets to like 40 games, he ain't gonna be qualified. I think because you have to play at least like 50 some games.
Well, I mean that's fine. Yeah. I'm just saying if he came back before the end, if that game total is in that same prediction thing, if he came back, all he got to do is make some noise. He goes scoring 20 points for the rest of the season, not even 15 for the rest of the season, and do a highlight reel dunk, and he makes it through the season. I
still don't think that's better than what Ja's doing.
It wouldn't matter because the media loves him. They who put
Ja here,
people in.
But I'm just saying,
and
like
Ja in Memphis, even though he's in New Orleans, he on TV.
I'm just saying, but you got Zion. We know he's dunking on people. Ja is like literally trying to poke people. And he has poked people.
But we also knew LeBron was dunking on people his whole career. But anytime he dunks on somebody, we act like we never seen it before. It is what it is. It's the more exciting. He's the chosen one as of now. If the chosen one delivers,
Ja my chosen one. No.
I mean, that sounds good, but
it is. It's not fair. It is what it is. You know how many people are telling me that certain players are better than LeBron? You think I care? No, because that's what we globally have accepted. No, like it is what it is.
I latched on to Ja and Luka.
Mm-hmm.
You know
what?
I said I latched on to Ja.
I thought you said something. That's why I thought you was going into something with Luka. No. That's why we both still just looked at you like
Luka may be like hands down my favorite player. I love to watch how Luka is dominating, and I love to see it. And like we were talking about, I can't wait for that world versus US game. That's gonna be a battle. Game.
It ain't gonna be a battle.
I'm talking about with Trae Young and Luka.
Yeah, Trae just not gonna be enough to me. I think.
No, I'm just saying. I think both of them gonna probably. They gotta run that score up.
They better go at it.
Yeah. To me, they have no choice. Y'all the main ones.
And they traded for each other. The history.
And it's crazy how both of them. And now that you mentioned, it's crazy. Look what they're doing. They're 3 and 4 in the league in scoring, or 3 and 5.
That's why we were saying this way early. Let's chill on saying that the Hawks lost the trade. The Hawks got a transitional superstar as well.
I think so far nobody lost that trade.
Nobody.
It's a win-win.
You know who? And nobody lost that trade, but the Hawks were able to get Trae Young and that next year draft pick. I tell you who it turned out.
Who lost that trade is the people that didn't take them to.
Yeah, like Marvin Bagley and who's that? Aiden.
Because Luka could play. Well, I don't think Luka wanted to play with Sacramento either.
Probably not, but he had no choice.
Yeah,
right.
And then with the Phoenix thing, I don't think he wanted. I think the coach wanted him. I think it was like mixed.
That was his head coach.
Yeah, it was mixed feelings. I think the coach wanted him. And
ain't matter. He got fired anyway. So,
exactly.
But one more thing I want to hit on before we go into the next topic was Kyrie's shoulder. He finally came out and talked to the media about it. I don't know if y'all seen it. And oh my God,
I feel like get the surgery.
Get the surgery, absolutely. But they just made the Nets look crazy. He just went up there and went against everything that the coaches have been saying about his shoulder. They asked him directly about, I think it was bursitis in his shoulder. I think the coaches said, nah. He came out and was like, yeah, I've been having bursitis in my shoulder for 2 months. We look crazy. We're getting injured left and right. No, bursitis. It's like a little, I think, I'm not even finna go try and speak medical, but it's something in his shoulder.
Okay.
And they're going to see if it'll heal on its own. And then try to bring him back in.
That's how I say
feel. Take the soldier.
Because you know where y'all at right now, and it's not gonna change anything. KD ain't coming back, and
that's the main thing for me is take the surgery. Next year, when KD come back, because you're in it.
They got the draft picks, right?
Yeah, they got all their draft picks.
Man,
take the surgery. Just
take that surgery.
This year it's a dud. Cool, whatever. And the thing is, honestly, it's still not a dud because. Now their other unit is still coming together and they're still playing.
Real.
Like Spencer's balling.
He is balling. I was thinking about voting for him on the All-Star game, but I don't hold that. But he is.
But that's what I'm saying. He balling. So just let them.
They struggling now though. They struggling.
I mean, rightfully so. But I still feel like last year.
Still looking like
he just got back yesterday.
Yeah, I still feel like last year was their first year really getting it rolling.
Yeah.
And this year is just gonna kind of solidify that movement even more. And then
let
now
these young guys learn.
Right, let them learn.
Is.
That's what I'm saying. Just take the surgery, and then not only you gonna have this young team that's really rolling, you add 2 superstars to it. Mm-hmm. So it's just
and none of these people contracts really up yet.
No, they're all under for 2 years, except for Joe Harris.
Because they locked up Dinwiddie.
Yeah, Joe Harris is the only. We better pay Joe Harris. I don't care what happens. We paying him.
I mean, it ain't gonna cost too much.
Yeah, he's costing now. You know, he's been having like the number 1, like 1, 2, or 3 3-point percentage in the NBA the last like 2 years. Last year, right? Yeah, he was number 1 last year and won the 3-point. Yeah, no, he just gotta whatever he want, have it.
Oh yeah, because y'all only got 2 max players anyway.
Yeah,
because then when he got a contract, but it's not max.
Yeah, we good on contract. Yeah. His is just gonna put us into the.
He gonna get more than Dinwiddie.
Maybe not. Dinwiddie's making double digits. Dinwiddie's contract not like nothing to laugh at.
Like 15, 18, somewhere.
Karras and Torian Prince is the ones that we going too far in the Nets, but they the ones that.
That's what I'm about to say. Now you're losing me.
Yeah.
You're starting to lose.
I'm about to say you gotta know Karras though.
No, I know Karras.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but we started going too deep in the contract.
I think I know his face. He got dreads.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah,
I know. Yeah, no, I know you. That's
why
I had to
just
think about it.
bring it all the way back to Kyrie though. Just take the surgery. He done made us look foolish.
Just take the surgery at the time. It's the best thing for y'all as a team, especially to come in next year and y'all just that's full strength. Mm-hmm. Like you got.
We know it's about next year,
right? And that's what I'm saying. Everybody know that. I don't like Nets, but we know what it is like for next season. So just go in there full strength. Why not? Mm-hmm. Especially when a player like Kyrie that's already had problems with injuries anyway. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Don't not take the surgery and then it's just like okay, I'm cool. And heal naturally, and then next year you're having this problem through the whole season.
Look how much of a hypocrite I am. I'm telling Kyrie, just go rest.
But right, exactly.
I'm like, Zion, get back on the floor.
I ain't even think about it.
Terrible. Hey, that's terrible. I got championship aspirations. I just want the young boy to run. But let's go into these All-Star votes or whatever. We got the All-Star game coming up. They just opened up voting or whatever. I still haven't even officially voted because I wanted to wait for this and then go vote. But let's go just start in the East because, because I actually think the East is the harder one. Let's start in the West because the West I feel like we're all going to agree with. So, coming at guard, I have James Harden and that guy.
Luka?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of, it got to be him.
Yeah.
It has to. Just keep it 100.
He's the lead vote getter.
Because that's usually
Harden.
No, Luka.
That usually be like Russ or somebody, but no. Mm-hmm. It's just simply like no, I'm not.
Now that Steph out the picture,
right? And knocking Steph and Clay out of it,
changed
a lot of that around. And then you still he's not on the West no more. But then like last year was with did KD play?
Yeah, but he would count as a forward.
So. Yeah, so no, I was just saying it just that kind of shook up how the West shaped out, even with filling the spots compared to last year.
This is a new team, but this team just looks good to me. Like, just filling the rest of my team out because they just put the rest as forwards and I guess center go in there too.
That West team.
You can take this team anywhere because the rest
they're huge.
They are.
Like that's the thing. Deep,
West and they play both sides outside of Harden. They play both sides of the ball.
Luka and LeBron together. Oh my god.
But my small forward, the power forward, center, whatever. I got LeBron, Kawhi, and Anthony Davis. Even though Kawhi really don't deserve it. It is what it is. I understand. I got to be respectful. The man's missed half the season, so I had to see quality.
That's who it's going to be. Yeah. Those three, no matter what, is like guaranteed. And I feel like the Lucas. Well, no, that whole 5. That's what it's going to be. It just is what it's going to be.
That's why I feel like the West is like a wash. It's over with for the West. Yeah. So let's get to the East. This is where I think things get a little spicy. Yeah. So at point guard, I have Kemba Walker.
I'll take it.
I'm probably taking Trey.
Trey?
Yeah.
That works.
I forgot about Trey. You know what? Because he's going to make it. I think he's going to make it.
That's what I'm saying.
If he don't start, he's going to make it.
But I'm not starting Trey. I'm voting for Ben Simmons. I know it's crazy. For some reason, they got him listed as guard on there.
Yeah.
The guards in the East kind of washed to me. I'm always one of putting people that team got better success into the All-Star game. Trey's team is the worst team in the NBA.
But they don't go like that, though. That's the only thing.
They kind of do, because Devin Booker hasn't been in the All-Star game at all, and he's been what Trey been doing. He's been snapping.
But you know what? But if Trey get in, then you gotta.
Trey getting in because he's getting voted in.
Yeah.
So let's keep. Trey is gonna make it.
Right. And
on
I think
my
it
team,
helps,
I'm not voting him in.
Right, and it helps him
Booker
being
might
on the
sneak
East.
in this year.
It helps Trey being on the East though, because
With
on
all
the
these
East,
injuries,
on the East you could be a loser and still get
Kemba
just like
Walker
people.
last year.
Right, you could be a loser and still get in there.
Yeah.
Kemba was like.
On the West, it's a little bit tough.
No, I'm saying, but Kemba was too impressive to ignore him either.
I mean, you can't ignore what Trey doing.
I
That's
mean,
why I'm gonna put Trey in, and I recognize and I understand that he's gonna get voted as a starter. But for me, even though the Sixers are going backwards at the moment, I know that they're gonna turn it around All-Star. They do this all the time. Like, I don't know if I'm the only one that know this, but for like the past 2 years, well, maybe 3 years, because since the 76ers has been good, they kind of struggled through the first half. Elton Brand brings in some shooters, and they go from there.
But let me ask you a question, and I'm cool with Ben Simmons and everything. What was Ben Simmons doing last year? About 18 and what? 18 and
he either doing the same or took a step back. I think they said
he averaged like 13 a game.
He is
averaging
15.
No,
But I know he is scoring less.
he averaging about 13. Look it up.
I don't know if he
look
averaged 13, but I know he is scoring less.
So who would y'all put in as y'all 2 while I looked that up? I don't know about 13 though.
I think it's about 13. You might have to.
No, I was putting Ben in there because that's just my man's.
Oh,
He my man.
Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I was
wrong,
putting Ben in there regardless. I just wasn't putting Kimber in.
yeah, he got 14.9 points per game.
Okay,
man.
it went up a little bit.
Yeah, he beat them at 15. That's almost what he was last year. And then he averaging more assists this year, more steals this year, and he's playing great defense. Like, let's not get it twisted.
No, I'm saying he's getting in, but I mean,
starting because we all got Ben Simmons in there.
He's definitely getting in.
I have him starting.
No, I think he's starting too.
So
I think him and Embiid are starting.
So your 2 guards is Ben Simmons,
and Trey.
Ben Simmons and Trey.
I don't think Trey ain't gonna beat out Kemba on the starting side.
I think he is.
I don't know,
especially if it's voting.
I would go.
But they both can make it. You know, it's just guards.
I'm pretty sure I would prefer. Well, you know what? I'd take Ben Simmons because I just thought about the size.
What are you talking about having Kimba and Trey?
Yeah, but I thought about the size of the West.
They vote the team, so they ain't matching up.
It don't matter.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but that West size. I mean, I don't really care because at the end of the day, both of them gonna get in. Yeah. That's what I really. The East is gonna be.
So who are you starting? 2 guards.
I probably start Kemba, and I'll go Simmons.
He just argued about Ben Simmons. Made me.
Did this whole thing and still go pickle.
Yeah, we're going to the forwards. So my forwards, it's going to be a controversy to you because I know what you want to put in. But I'm going Jimmy Butler, Giannis, and Joel Embiid. I feel like you got to reward the Miami Heat somewhere, and he's the only one there. I know you're going to say Siakam for Butler and go with Antetokounmpo, but where else are you finishing?
Yeah, that's where
I'm about to say. Cause look, I got a player on my team and he loves Jimmy Butler. He says some outrageous stuff. I'm talking about like he might be, he'll make the top 5 starting. He'll make the starting 5 of the greatest Bulls ever. And I was like, first of all,
okay,
you know. So
see, but when you talk to people like that, you got to
So like he kind of made me a little bit
jaded.
Yeah, so I like the thing is Jimmy is hooping, but I just don't think he hooping like Siakam.
I don't know. I've always been jaded towards Jimmy, but like even back to Bulls times when he was balling. But right now,
I'm gonna tell you like
Jimmy on one right now.
But this is what I'm gonna say about Siakam. Look at their team. Look what they lost, and look where they at.
He's hurt though. He's been out and they still winning.
So I'm
so look at where they at. Look who's out, and look what they doing. But let me stop because I'm not trying to go on Siakam because this is where my list came. I was putting Jimmy Butler on there because I'm rewarding the Miami Heat.
Popularity wise, Jimmy would probably.
I know Siakam's blowing him out right now in the fan vote. Siakam actually starting right now in the fan vote, and I understand that. If I had to do this, my problem came because I put Jimmy Butler in because the Miami Heat got to get rewarded. Giannis, come on now, and Joel Embiid. I actually wanted to put Siakam in over Joel Embiid. But
I ain't gonna do that now.
My problem is that I started Ben Simmons. Joel Embiid is clearly everything good about Philly. Right. So ain't no way in the
both
world.
Of them have to be on the bench. It's got to be on the bench.
If Simmons can't be the starter.
Right. Exactly.
I refuse to let him be the starter and put Joel on the bench. Yeah. So that's why I did it like that. But I understand Siakam is going to start. I understand Jimmy Butler's coming off the bench. But that's how I would do it if I had my choice.
Right.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
I definitely feel you. I'm interested to see how it ends up turning out. I don't personally like this captain voting thing.
I wish they go back to normal because I just want the West to beat the brakes off.
Because Luka, who gonna be the captain? Luka probably.
Right
I think it's Luka and Giannis.
Right now it's Luka, Giannis, but LeBron's gonna win that. I'm just letting you know right now.
Okay.
Just because every year, well, at least the last couple of years, the first vote came out and it was like somebody cool and catchy, and then us LeBron fans, we recognize, oh, it's time to vote. Like myself, I'm about to go vote. We about to change that up.
Oh,
so
you
once
know what
we
I just
figured
realized?
out from there, was that
How did they do the voting again?
fan vote like 25%.
I'm talking about with the and then how did they do the picking of the roster?
Oh, they just whoever got the most.
You pick from all the players that was with the top vote.
You start with the starters, and then after you get through the starters, you vote through the
From any side. Oh, okay.
So
you
like,
know what?
LeBron gonna go first. I already know how this draft gonna go. LeBron is gonna draft Anthony Davis. Giannis gonna draft Luka, and then LeBron gonna keep drafting. I already know.
Yeah, okay.
Ben Simmons gonna be on LeBron team. Luka's about to draft everybody that ain't from this country.
We really about to have an All-Star game
Giannis.
with no Kyrie, no Steph, no KD.
I think it's
Kyrie still has a chance because if he comes back at the end of this month, he's still leading in votes or whatever. So
I just think it's best. But even when it's like that weekend,
shut it down.
You're not playing.
No, he's missed way too many games for me personally for him to go and play in the All-Star game.
Yeah, like that remind me of like Melo.
Yeah. See, my thing
that Melo thing made me so bad, bro.
But the thing about Melo is Melo played every game up into it and then shut it down.
Right.
Kyrie come and skip the whole season and play in the All-Star game.
That ain't gonna help if he ball out too.
Yeah.
He better come in, throw a pass, and go sit on the bench the rest of the game. Right. Or just put the suit on and put somebody else in that deserves it.
Right.
Yeah.
But let's get to this deadline talk. We got a bunch of rumors swirling around. I want to first kick it off with probably the hottest one. That's Andre Drummond. He's on the trade block right now. He's being tossed around between the Hawks, the Celtics, the Mavericks, the Raptors. How y'all feeling about that?
He fits. I feel like he fits the Celtics because the Celtics seem like they like that old school style center.
Right. That's probably the best team for it. Honestly, that might be the only team that it fits super well in my opinion.
I don't know if they need that type of center with Trae Young. I
don't know what type of big you need with him though.
Yeah.
At the same time. They might need DeAndre Jordan. They run a lot of pick and rolls.
I think so with him and John Collins or whatever. So yeah. But that's where my problem come in is John Collins and Drummond next to each other. Now you stunting John Collins' growth, you bring in a new Blake Griffin Drummond thing. It don't work.
Right. And I just seen something with Drummond where it's like I don't know if it was true or not that he wants to stay in Detroit.
He probably does.
Yeah, I seen
he
something
gonna go
like
though.
It sucks because we're not at the point where we're using those style of centers anymore. Because look at all the top top bigs. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Joel Embiid. He can stress the floor. AD can stress the floor. Giannis can stress the floor.
I think Detroit would keep him if
the money.
Yeah, if not even just his money, if Blake Griffin went on the Mega Max, because remember he signed that Supermax deal with the Clippers before getting moved, so he's on like a Mega Max. So and they got a pick between them, and don't nobody want Blake Griffin because he can't stay healthy.
He can't stay healthy.
Yeah. So it's like
he's the bigger name, just can't stay healthy.
Right.
You got to try and get some type of assets out of there. The team ain't working.
Because I definitely would have moved Blake if I could.
Don't get me wrong. I love Drummond because he's just he rebounds. He does everything right. Mm-hmm. The problem is he's just a traditional center, and this is not the time for him.
But that's why I think he does work though, because I feel like you gotta build the rest of the team out properly, and that's why I do like the Hawks. I actually do. I'm a fan of him going to the Hawks. Just the John Collins thing is just the thing
because if you get a center like that, your four better be able to shoot.
He gotta be able to shoot, and that's why the John Collins thing. But I love him with Trae because I feel like with Trae, you need an abuser center, and I feel like he works. But Whiteside is like he's an example for the one that doing it wrong. He's got the talent. He can block. He can play defense. He's athletic. He can get the rebounds, but he don't play hard every possession. Yeah. Drummond does. So I think that still works in this NBA as long as you playing hard every possession.
If he went to Dallas, would they have put Porzingis at the 4?
Most likely.
That'll work.
I'm about to say that could be decent there.
That'll work.
That'll work. So that could be decent there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas might be a move. Like that might be a move, but I don't want to see it.
That's probably the two best moves.
I don't want to play against nothing like that.
Probably Dallas and
I like the Celtics.
Boston.
I do like the Celtics. Like that one, when I was saying that one, because that's another team that needs a traditional center. Like their offense works with,
and they got all the pieces too.
All the pieces, like the Tatum, Brown, everybody, they're all spreading the floor already. So they're looking for that. When they lost Horford, they needed something to replace that. So Cantor's still doing all right though, but he ain't gonna bring what Drummond gonna bring.
He's not a traditional big. And see, you throw that traditional big, even though Horford could shoot a little bit, still you got that bruiser down there.
The Celtics get him. They might be a problem in the playoffs. Like, for real.
Yeah, like because when you going after Drummond, and this is why I like that. And this is why I do like that the Hawks want him, and the Celtics and the Raptors, because that's another team that want him. And the Raptors know how to beat a Giannis. Everybody knows that Giannis is the next LeBron James of the East or whatever. He's gonna be. This is his conference until KD and them figure something out, and then we'll see. But for now, you need to build a wall. You go get Drummond. You put him down there, and you tell him to just wait for Giannis. Right. And that's why you go get a player like that or whatever. And in the West, it makes sense because you got AD, and they're still starting JaVale McGee and Dwight. Then you got Rudy Gobert still playing out in the West. You got to deal with Jokic. That's why I still think Drummond works. On offense, you got to figure it out. But defense, you still need a Drummond in the NBA.
Yeah. I mean, in the offense, he can still get his. It's just he ain't shooting.
It's gonna be a lot of putbacks, but cool.
Right, but that's fine.
You just one thing you know when you get him, ain't nobody out rebounding that boy.
No.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly. That's why you can suffer the 4.
Right, and that's why I feel like that Celtics move, like.
That's gonna
they're waiting on a 20
The
rebound.
thing is,
right,
the Celtics,
exactly, because if they get a center like that, I think they could really beat out.
And now that you said Dallas too, the Celtics and Dallas, if both of them get their hands on him, one of them can get their hands on him. That's
I'm not scared of Dallas yet.
But I want to see what Dallas have to even give up to get him.
I don't
that
know.
also.
Right.
Yeah. That also, because I don't think they just give a Drummond up for chump change. Like the Celtics, what would they have to give up for him?
They're gonna have to give up one of their players probably.
They ain't gonna give up Brown, Tatum, Kemba.
They might give up.
Maybe
Hayward.
Smart gotta go.
Hayward. But I don't know.
Yeah, but do Detroit want Hayward?
Right.
See, I think they'll give Hayward to anybody.
But you know what though? Hayward wouldn't be bad in Detroit.
He actually wouldn't be with Blake and
he'll fit them better.
And now you could force Blake to play the center, start Hayward.
Because Hayward can play whatever you want him to play.
Look at him.
Hayward can play whatever you want. You want to play the 3, you want to play the 4, you want to play the 2. You know, you move him around between there. And he can handle the ball.
I'm glad we had this discussion though, because I didn't think about this. I actually like this Celtics swap the best for great basketball.
Yeah, that might help Detroit a lot more on the east side.
It definitely will. They could probably make a run for 8 because Hayward has on and off games, but you could tell he's working.
But when you let him get there and he could do his own thing, we know what he looks like when he can do his own thing.
As long as he's able to do that, they might be all right.
Yeah, he can put up 20 a game easy, 25 a game easy. It's just you got to get him.
He's not doing it with the Celtics offense though.
Not with the Celtics offense.
I'm about to say that's just not going to happen there. So that honestly might be a decent pick.
All right. Yeah. I'm out on the Hawks.
That ain't bad. I really don't know. I just don't know what Dallas give up.
Yeah,
because they're not going to want what's the name back, Hardaway back.
Oh, you know.
I'm about to say, that's who they go ship. Every team, as soon as they get him, they just really ship him off. It don't matter if he playing good, bad.
You know what I thought about too? The Celtics got all those draft picks.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
they probably gonna ask.
What we even talking about? They about to do.
They might ask for Brunson
though. They
though.
can't even ask Marcus Smart.
And now they might ask for Brunson.
The Mavericks.
Yeah, they might ask for Brunson. And I don't.
What's their big man name? Is that Brunson?
No, Brunson the guard.
Who's the big man that's catching all the Luka alley oops? They gonna want him.
Is that right?
No.
What's his name?
They gonna want him.
I know you're talking about. I can't think of that.
They gonna want some talent off. I don't even think the Mavericks should go after that. Don't tie yourself down in that cap. They already just gave Porzingis all that money. Mavericks, y'all stay out of it to me. And they still so young.
Yeah.
Drummond, he's still young too. But I feel like everything.
26?
He's 26. But I feel like everything Drummond's gonna contribute is gonna be now.
Right.
Like he's in a win now mode.
He's a Celtic.
Yeah, he is.
Man, the Celtics should make it happen.
You know, LeBron ain't in the East no more. I ain't gotta hate them no more.
But I'm saying they gonna be a problem with him, man.
Kemba, Jalen,
because Jalen is balling.
Jalen and Tatum.
That's a defensive team. You shoring up your defense again.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gonna be a problem, bro. I ain't gonna want to see them.
Marcus Smart on rotation. Because I think they'll mess around and keep him too.
Yeah. Because he don't even cost that much either.
So you gonna.
But they kind of like if you do all of that, it just feel like kind of like that Detroit feel again to me.
Yeah,
it like do. The Pistons would Ben and all.
And if Tatum is the man, you only need him to close out games. You don't need LeBron, Kobe, something to push you through the game. You need somebody like going back to your Pistons example. You knew Billups was gonna close. Big shot Billups. He was gonna close out the game. Yeah. As long as you can, and that's why the Nuggets struggle. As long as you able to got a player that's gonna close out the game, y'all can have fun for the first.
I hate the Celtics, but I love that fit.
Like, I do.
No, that's I feel that. I think that's literally what's bothering me this whole time.
We're Laker fans right here. We're supposed to hate
right.
This.
That's what I'm saying.
Whoa. I'm on a 3-year contract. It's 3-year contract.
I'm just saying we're supposed to.
I'm a Knicks fan.
We still supposed to hate this though. We still supposed to hate this though.
Hey,
he's right.
I don't care what happens.
But the thing is, I've said to Meech before, like I just don't like Boston. Like I don't.
Yeah.
Even going back to KG and
they
like, I just don't.
Hard, though.
But they are. That's a hard jersey.
That's a hard jersey.
But
get a Celtics jersey
but it's just that team. That team is pure basketball to me. Yeah. If they put Andre Drummond there, like that's like if you like watching basketball, that's pure basketball.
With the mind of Brad Stevens
I need that
too.
to happen.
I ain't even put that in the equation.
I need that to happen.
Yeah, that's probably what happened.
I need that.
But even moving on, going to the Lakers, going to the other side, it's a bunch of rumors going around about Kuzma. I heard that they weren't taking rumors on Kuzma, but I'm hearing that they listening.
I don't know what you. It depends on what you're talking about. That's the biggest thing because if you talking JJ Redick, no. If you talking like I'm saying if you move because I need like when you look at what Kuzma, you can't just sit there and move Kuzma for somebody that's not going to be a young, like a legit, like you can't. I'm not going to get no 35-year-old or 30. No. You know what I'm saying? That's not what.
This ain't no equal dollar trade.
No, we're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Right. If it's gonna be, we need a bona fide killer that's a young cat, or if it's not a proven older vet, I'm not trying to do that. Like it's just not gonna happen.
I don't think it's gonna happen. Personally, I don't even think they're truthfully entertaining it. It's just the media doing what the media does.
And then I think what the media is doing also is like they're just misconstruing what's going on. I think business is happening, and business is business. I think teams are calling saying, "Yo, you want to move Kuzma?" And they're like, "Not really, but what you got?"
Right, exactly.
And if they throw the typical low ball offer, you be like, "Nah, we good." And I think that's all that's happening for the moment. Because for me, the only way I'm trading Kuzma is if you give me like James Harden. Like, right. I want a superstar because, as you said, there's not many people that's gonna like fit right there, and they're not too old. They can still get their own shot. They play defense. Kuzma don't play defense, but just these are people that you would want for him.
You know that with the personnel we have, Kuzma open, we gonna kick it to him.
Just if you can show me a trade, if you because I don't think there's really too many players.
We need that. Out there. We need that type of player. So if we not finna get that type of player back, a better version of that type of player, I don't want it.
I mean, unless Dame Lillard, he tired. He want to come to LA. We'll get him Kuzma.
He ain't going nowhere.
He gonna eventually get ticked off. They ain't even in the playoffs right now.
But you already know what everybody's saying. Derrick Rose.
Yeah, to the Lakers. I heard that. We better not trade.
I'm not you. And I like Rose, and I would like him being on the Lakers, but you better. We better trade Quinn Cook for him. Right? Like no,
I'm not doing that.
No.
Speaking of Laker rumors and point guards, how y'all thinking about your boy Darren Collison coming back?
You said
he debating between the Clippers and Lakers.
Right. I'm like. That Clippers thing, I feel like it's just no block.
It's no room for him.
It don't even make sense. That's literally just them trying to block something.
I think the Clippers one only because they're so hurt, and he used to be a Clipper. I think that's the only ties. But if he want to play, and if he want to play in the playoffs, you come into the Lakers because the Clippers gonna make the playoffs, but he gonna get knocked out of rotation. They guard rotation is strong. It won't make sense. You come here, we need a backup point. I'm ready to kick Rondo to the pasture. I'm ready to kick him off the team. He went on like a stretch of 2 weeks of hitting like 1,000 threes, and from there, it's been over. And it's time for him to go.
Yeah, and I think you just don't like Rondo too.
I don't like Rondo, and every time he reminds me why, it's time to go.
Yeah, because I know I was strong when I liked Rondo for a minute, but I really liked him with the Lakers. But as of recent, I feel it.
And that's all I need to know is recent. Cause I knew what was gonna happen when everybody was telling me Rondo hitting threes. I know. Even if he would have kept it going through the season, I know in 7-game series, it's going to stop. We watch a bunch of basketball players go through and light it up through the season on the from the 3-point line. But when they get to the playoffs, when they go down, when it's time, like you know who's gonna do that this year? KCP. Get ready.
Oh
when
yeah, no, I know playoffs. KCP is gonna be just like the beginning of the season, all over again. Like so, I know that. I don't like him anyway.
I'm cool with him now because you need those type of people to get you through the season. Yeah. But playoffs,
we're gonna short
Caruso.
We're gonna shorten our rotation.
We are
anyway.
Absolutely. But KCP still gonna be in.
It's gonna probably be like 8 people.
See, you ain't a LeBron fan. See, he don't know. We every year. I honestly think LeBron does it. I think he finds a person on the team and just says, if things go wrong, we're all gonna blame you. Because what's gonna happen is LeBron's gonna be dribbling. We're gonna be going against Clippers. He's gonna be dribbling. You know who he's gonna pass it to? He's gonna be wide open. KCP. You know what he's gonna do? Miss. It's a wide open shot. We're gonna be like, you're supposed to make that. What LeBron gonna do? Dribble. Next possession, KCP. He gonna miss. He gonna do that like 3 times in a row, and we're gonna blame KCP. But you know, we ain't gonna really blame LeBron.
Right.
But LeBron, you gotta stop passing him the ball. Like at some point.
That's J.R.
boy
Smith.
Coach White.
It's J.R. Smith all over again.
If you go down LeBron teams, we could find it. You know who it was before that? It was Mario Chalmers. Mario Chalmers wide open at the 3. You know we was like we gonna pull Mario Chalmers. You know who it became? Norris Cole. Who is Norris Cole?
I'm telling you, sound like look. It's funny. We be coaching the kids and stuff, and he be like, "Look, you two are best players. Mm-hmm. Stop passing him the ball."
Like, that's my thing.
When you the best player, you take that shot.
I love LeBron, but I don't need Cal. Cal Korver's the greatest 3-point shooter of all time, probably one of the greatest. Yeah, it ain't his time. It's not his time. Not today.
Right.
Just stop putting people in those positions. That's all I ask LeBron to do. Yeah. But let's go to the next one real quick. The 76ers. I want to hit on them because they need to do something. They need to get shooters now, and they need to get Al Horford out the building. Okay. How do they do that?
I don't think it's gonna happen.
I think they're gonna get shooters. I don't know how they're gonna move Horford.
Right.
You know who gonna take? I think gonna take Horford. Dallas. I think Dallas gonna call
because they wanted him anyway.
They wanted him bad. Yeah. Same contract and everything. I think that's what's gonna happen. Or the Celtics could call him and say, "Hey, you want us to beat you in the playoffs again? This is how we're gonna do it. Give us Horford, the one man in the NBA that can stop Joel Embiid. Let us get him." Yeah. So,
maybe I don't know.
My thing is though, Elton Brand always think of trades that we never would have thought of. Because a couple years ago, I didn't think of Ilya Silva. I didn't think of Marco Bellinelli. Last year, I didn't think of Jimmy Butler and Tobias Harris.
Elton Brand is a genius.
He's a trade genius. Yeah. We'll see if...
Because he ain't draft none of that team, but he...
Because, you know, his story kind of reminded me, not necessarily, but it's kind of reminded me of Sam Presti's story in OKC. We call OKC Sam Presti. We call him a genius.
He always found the trade or something.
He always did it. But when KD left, when Harden left, when Westbrook is now gone, we all calling Sam Presti an idiot. We saying something wrong. When we say, why you ain't do this way back then? I think it's going to be the same way with Elton Brand. Yeah. We're going to be loving him now. We're going to be good. But at some point, he's going to have to make a decision. Ben Simmons or Joel Embiid. Right. He's going to either be right or he's going to be wrong. Yeah, and we'll see. And
he better stick with Embiid, man.
I'm moving Embiid. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Because of the injuries?
The injuries, and I think Simmons works
you could get the most
without Embiid.
You get the most from Embiid, too.
Yeah, and then you only playing Embiid a couple games a night.
And I ain't saying move him, but I'm just saying, like, if you had to move when it
come down to it. Yeah. I'm gonna keep Simmons.
I mean, that's like a Shaq trade. You know, like when as far as getting some type of value for it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's like I get it.
But I'm gonna still want to stick with Embiid. I think Simmons have great value too out there. But I think Simmons, if you get him and move Embiid or whatever, you can now build the Milwaukee Bucks. You can just get him nothing but shooters, and all his dribble drive thing ain't gonna be a problem. Because even though it's gonna be a problem in the playoffs, because it's always gonna be a problem. But Giannis dominated for years before he finally started making threes. Right. He could do the same thing, and he got a way better passing touch. He'd be just like LeBron back then without the dominance. Yeah, because he ain't never gonna have that dominance. He ain't got the mind of LeBron.
He ain't got the coach either. That's going. I feel like. I'm sorry, Brent Brown.
Oh yeah, he's out of here.
You're gone.
He's the next casualty of this because they ain't gonna move them two yet, but they're gonna move him.
I know y'all saying, man, what if Mark Jackson got his hands on Ben Simmons?
No,
everybody keep telling Mark. I don't think Mark going nowhere.
I know where he going. I know where he going.
If the Knicks don't hire him, his career is over to me.
Yeah,
like it's just over. At this point, I'm about to stop suggesting him. Because now is he even good?
Right.
Because I'm sure they know better than me. I mean, they told me Melo wasn't the basketball player no more, so they could be wrong. Mm-hmm. But it just seemed like at this point, all these bad teams don't want to fix their team. Like, this ain't Carmelo putting a player in there. This is the whole person that could fix your organization. And they're like, no. So, But one more person I want to hit on deadline before I open the floor is Kevin Love. He is tired.
Frustrated. I
tired.
feel like I ain't never, ever seen him as bad as how he was at Collin. Like, dude, he walked back like, and it's like the other team even let him. Like, okay, they looking at him like, what is he doing?
I don't even think he was mad at Collin. I think him and the coach was getting into it. Because the coach did it first. And then Kevin was like,
first of all,
how he threw the pass after he got the ball. I wouldn't have caught it,
and
personally.
Seti, my man, too. That was the one that was always jumping with LeBron on the game winner. He getting his fingers busted up. I'm like, come on,
because he threw it hard and low.
And then he threw like the full court, flicked the wrist, and I'm like, you flicked your wrist? I'm like, oh, come on, man.
Kevin Love knew what's up.
Yeah,
he knew what's up.
He got that contract. He know the time limit of it is up, that he had to wait to get traded. It's time to go, man.
Yeah, they need to hurry up and do something with that.
Yeah, because now it's becoming a distraction.
Right. Like, they need to,
They fined him a couple times. He done got into verbal confrontations with them. It's time to let the man go.
Right. Because it's just, what you even hold on to at this point? So I just don't know where you're going to go at this point. Because I was thinking it was the Portland thing at first, but I don't think that's going to happen.
It's over with for Portland.
And then now that we didn't say this whole Andre Drummond thing, the Celtics, I don't think he's going to be there either.
Oh man, he would work there too. Man, everybody would work with the Celtics.
He rebound.
Yeah, and he hit the shot.
And they ain't got to care about his defense because everybody else play defense.
Yeah, because they ain't been caring about cancers. Man, that Kevin Love too.
Yeah,
I still think Oklahoma should go get him though. Even though not Oklahoma, Houston. Excuse me. I did want to bring Oklahoma back, but Houston, I think they should go get him because since they got Eric Gordon back, things have kind of been okay. But I feel like Kevin Love is literally that missing piece to make them a
team with no defenders. Because who you trading?
That's true. Because it'll probably be Capella.
Then that's a team of no defenders.
That's true.
Because
Mike D'Antoni play no defense. Well, he ain't trying to, but I know Capella is. So that's one thing out the window, I guess. Well, Kevin Love, I have no destinations for you. I'm sorry, because I have Blazers like you said too, but
yeah, that's dead.
They should know by now they're not a championship team, no matter who comes in, unless it's a LeBron or Kawhi or something of that caliber. So, any other deadline trades y'all want, rumors y'all want to hit on, anything?
No, I think that pretty much covered it. Kevin Love, the main one that I've been paying attention to since the whole blow up.
Yeah, you ready to get up out of there, but that's it for this then. That's all I had.
All right, can I have the floor for a second? Can I have the floor for a second? You know, I just got to do it. It's a big week. This is coming up, man. We got Thornton, Rich East, Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? At Thornton. Be there, be square. Sophomores JV, 4:30. Varsity play at 6. Friday, we got the big game. We got the big game. You already know we're bringing out the big guns. It's Rich East.
Exactly.
We got Rich East versus Bloom. You know what I'm saying? Rich East is right now. Friday. Rich East right now, they 10-5.
That's gonna be decent.
You know, we just knocked off Thornridge, you know what I'm saying? So that was televised and everything. So we
did see that, I think. They snapping though.
We doing our thing. That game, that's gonna be 4:30 for JV again. And then we got the varsity at 6. Come check us out. Be there, be square. You know what I'm saying?
Coaching?
Of course, you know. JV assistant coach.
Okay.
You know? Show us some love.
All right. Show us some love.
Let me get the flow one time.
All right, go ahead.
I just want to somber the mood. I just want to say rest in peace to David Stern.
Oh, yeah.
There's no this show without you, baby.
Yeah.
You already know, man.